Yeah, I don't know. You guys remember the history that the these Nazis, are making soap from human bodies, from the skin or bones or whatever, however they do. But that is what we knew about these, how we can make something from human bodies, you know. And this goes down in the history that the Nazis are working, making experiments with humans, with Sinti and Romas and Jewish in laboratories in Germany, in the Bavaria region, and they make experiments with them. And also what we see that these experiments are there are a lot of secrets about these experiments, and the German government don't want to talk so much about these experiments, and also the United States governments who take all these documents after they are running inside Bavaria. They are taking all these documents with them, and they are knowing all about these experiments. So the American government knows since 1948 everything about these experiments, and when we look into the population, we have now in America 300 million people living there. One quarter is black, I think, or the half of the population is black, and that's what I want to tell you is that these experiments and who make from the human bodies and body parts soap, everything is in secret. That means even, and also what we know is that the Nazis, they are working on producing drugs, crystal meth for them soldiers, and they are very interested in stuff like this. So here one thing I hear yesterday about this is androchrome. It's produced by the human body with the adrenaline of the human. In the moment that when some human become adrenaline, he produces androchrome behind his neck, you know. And here's again some point where, well, I will say that these something is strange about these necks. When adrenaline will produce, when you jump with the when you jump out of the airplane, yeah, when you're under stress, or adrenaline when you are run away from the cops, or when you are seconds before they hang you. And that's again that when they hang so much people with sticks. And what are you doing there? They have strangled your neck. That means seconds before you die, you have something who hold here the blood. You cut here the blood up. So what really happened in the seconds? It can be that these adrenochrome stay there, you know, in the moment before you die, that you produce a lot of adrenaline, and in the seconds they are cutting here the blood up, so they are holding this adrenochrome behind your neck. So different things, you know. The Nazis are working on these human experiments like the aliens do, you know. And so we are thinking about, you know, this was the last big war, was the Second World War, and the Nazis, they are trying to, the plan was by them to make an Aryan Europe, yeah, an Aryan world domination. And you know, it's very interesting when we see now in Europe the politics are changed and become again these these fascists, these Nazi Aryan rulership. You can see that by the princes in Belgium, in Holland, in England, in Spain, they are already ruling. They are don't let the control out of them hands. And in this time when the Nazis begin to start this big war against the Europe countries, in these times and before, these rulers were there and they don't let somebody go. But they can't do anything against the Nazis. Maybe they play with them. They are within the game to reduce them population, to let the Nazis take some of them and make experiments on them, so that I know that the people who are living in Western Europe and the people who are living in Eastern Europe and the people who live in the south of Europe, how they have genetic materials and how we can manipulate them better, what we must give them to eat, that they are becoming like that and this. That is what you see in America, that since the last 25 years they give so much press to the American people that every one of them become, not every one, but the most of them become fat, and that is what happens there. It's an experiment who are since the Second World War and dominates now our society, and how they controlling us. They controlling us over our minds, over our bodies, our body physics and genetical material.